18 weeks pregnant. Okay, so for starters, my he, not a she. And I'm gonna have to take it. Okay, so part one of the time that my best friend set me up to be unalived, and I was shot 5 times while 18 weeks pregnant. Okay, so for starters, my best friend is a he, not a she. And I'm gonna have to take y'all back to about a month before I get shot so I can make it all make sense.
It's making it worse. Damn.
For those of you who know me, you know. But if you don't know me, Mama was outside with the movers and the shakers. I was a street pharmacist. I'm talking about coin, okay? Major coin. And around this time, I was dating this dude. And we was going through a messy breakup. Not true enough. I was going back and forth between him and my baby daddy.
Yo, you're not starting off good.
But in my defense, if y'all knew what this nigga had done did to me, y'all would have been scratching, drag his ass, sis.
Man, shut up.
Dragging him. And when I tell y'all this situation was messy and toxic, everywhere they seen each other, they would fight. At the gas station, at the gambling house, if they ran into each other at church, it was on sight. And I used to be right there screaming, whoop his ass, whoop his ass. But I don't really know who I'm rooting for, because I'm thinking about all the stuff that both these niggas done did to me. And at this point, I just want somebody to get whooped. Okay, so one day, I'm with my baby daddy, and I get a phone call. It's one of my homegirls. And she like, Red, the gambling house just got shot up, and old boy was there, the dude that I'm going through the breakup with. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Is he unalived? And she was like, no, but 2 people got shot. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me, shit. So I hang out with her, I roll over, lay back down and get comfortable. Because this is my day off, baby. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
But about 45 minutes later, my phone rang. I look at it, it's an unknown number. I send it a voicemail immediately. You feel me? Because I screen phone calls. I don't know about y'all. And then the number calls right back. So I'm like, dang, who is this? So I answer the phone and I put my hello. And they like, this is Detective so-and-so from the police department. Can I speak to so-and-so? So I'm like, this her? What's up? So I'm looking at the phone crazy. Like, what's up? What you want with me? So he was like, we wondering if you could come in and sit down and have a conversation with us. So I'm like, conversation about what? So it was like something about an incident that just occurred. We would just like to talk to you for a moment if you have some time. So I was like, well, I don't know when I'm gonna have some time, but I'll get there with you and I'll let you know when I can come in. I hang up the phone and I look at my baby daddy and I'm like, that was the police department. And he said, police department? For what? And about that time, his phone rung. Same number. He's scared. He don't want to answer the phone. But I'm screaming, answer the phone. So he answered the phone, and it's Detective so-and-so from the police department. Can I speak to so-and-so? So he like, yeah, this me. How can I help you? He hit him with the same line he hit me with. Can you come in? We need to talk to you. So my baby daddy give him some about he got to go pick his kids up or something like that. And I'm thinking, pick your kids up, your kid in their sleep. But okay, cool. Tell him what you want to tell him. So he hang up the phone. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. We both looking stupid. You feel me? So I'm like, you know what? Let's just go down there because it's better for us if we go down there than if they catch us on the street.
Exactly.
So we both get up and we get ready. We put on our all white. Because if you know, you know about going to jail with your all white on. So
I definitely don't know.
Police station, they separate us.
I don't know.
2 different interrogation rooms. And when he come in, he's like, hey, I'm Detective so-and-so. I spoke to you on the phone earlier. I just wanted to talk to you because you are a person of interest in an attempted murder, y'all. Attempted murder? Baby, when I tell y'all my heart dropped to the floor and rolled out the damn room, baby. And I'm finna cut it right there, and y'all gonna have to come back for part 2. Part 2 of when my best friend set me up to be unalived and I was shot 5 times while 18 weeks pregnant. I'm at the police department in my Gucci slippers, you feel me? Because I done did some questionable things in my life, but never nothing to the extent of attempted murder, y'all. When I gather myself, my first question is, Detective, who I tried to kill? Because the suspense is killing me at this point. So he proceeds to tell me about a shooting that happened earlier that day on the other side of town at a local gambling house. On the inside, mama relaxed a little bit. Baby, I told y'all my homegirl called me earlier that day and gave me the play. But I can't let him know that I know what's going on. So my next question was, Well, damn, what happened? How I get in it? Child, apparently, there was 4 people in the house. My ex, the 2 people that run it, and one of my homeboys. I told y'all I was with the movers and the shakers. I'm from a certain set, but I'm good at every hood. I get money everywhere.
Oh,
and the 4th person that was there was one of my homeboys from my set. They was inside gambling, playing cards. Somebody came, knocked on the door. When one of the guys that run the gambling house came to open the door, whoever was at the door aired that bitch out. Bop, 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 bop. And 2 people got shot. Now I'm looking at the detective crazy. Cause baby, why am I here? You still have not told me why I'm here. What's going on?
it's over you.
Do y'all know this child of God, my ex, told them people that me and my baby daddy shot the gambling house up because we was trying to unalive him.
That's what y'all get.
Yes, he did, y'all. Yes, he did. This man kept me there for hours, y'all, questioning me about my whereabouts, about the incidences that went on between me and my baby daddy, like just over and over and over again. And he ain't feed me. The only thing he gave me was some water, y'all, and I think it was tap water. But while I'm in there being questioned, the wheels in my mind go to turning and turning and turning. And by the time I left there, I already had them figured out who did it and why. But it ain't my place to lace them up. You get a paycheck, you're going to have to do your job and earn your paycheck. That was just my mentality at the time, y'all. So now this is where things get sticky, y'all. Sit down and pay attention, because I don't want to lose you, okay? So this is where my best friend come into play. The one that set me up. Okay, we getting to the meat and potatoes.
Get to the meats.
Now my best friend and my homeboy that was in the spot when it got shot up, they going through it. They got some beef of their own. Okay? And this is why they're beefing. My best friend, he got motion. He get money a certain way. But my homeboy, he done started getting motion the same way as my best friend, and he undercutting him on the prices. And my best friend and his homeboys, they on some mafia shit. They don't like that.
Mafia shit.
Before the shooting,
Oh my God.
my best friend and his homeboys ran down on my homeboy, stressing, you can't get money in the city no more. You gotta find something else to do. Get a job. But I know my homeboy, and I know because he from my set, and we don't play that. You ain't gonna tell us what to do. Baby, it's up. So he continued to do him, and my best friend and them got wind of it, and I guess you know what happened next. What's understood don't gotta be explained. Now it's about 1 o'clock at night. I'm leaving the police station. When I leave the police station, I drop my baby daddy off, and my first stop is to my best friend, because we gotta talk about this. So when I push up on him, I'm like, guess where I just came from? The police department. I'm a person of interest in a shooting that took place at a gambling house earlier that day. Y'all, his eyes went like this. Then it popped out his head. And I know, what I'm about to say might sound crazy to some of y'all, but I lay it out for him. I ain't gonna say nothing because it ain't my place. But if something happened and I happen to get arrested for this, I know I'ma beat it. But while I'm in these people's slammer fighting it, my mama and my baby better be straight. Whatever you got to do, you better do it. I know it sounds crazy, y'all, but I was outside living that life, okay?
This is insane.
Okay, so now, y'all gonna have to follow me for part 3. Next couple of days after I went and hollered at my best friend, I got sick as fuck. I'm talking about throwing up. I ain't want to get out the bed. Just felt like trash. And in the back of my mind, I knew I was pregnant.
Oh boy.
I'm hoping that I'm not, because I've been playing a dangerous game for the last couple of months, going back and forth between my baby daddy and my ex.
Double dipping.
But me being young
with no condom,
and I'm so scared, I'm stressing I ain't even finna take no test. I'm just finna wait for my cycle to come on. You feel me? And meanwhile, through the midst of all this, I'm going back and forth to court because mama was just in her all white a couple months back because I caught a charge. So when I go to court, they offer me 3 years probation or 1 year in prison. And I can't go to prison. I might be pregnant. So probation it is. So a couple of the stipulations of my probation is I can't leave the county where I live at without my probation officer's approval. And the county that I get money in is not the county that I live in. You never eat where you shit. You feel me? And I got a 9 o'clock curfew, y'all. How I'm supposed to get money like this? So I come up with a plan. I go hustle during the daytime. I'm being real discreet. I'm in and out the city, catching my plays. It's really invitation only. You feel me? Then I would head home by 8:30, and I would wait till like 12, 1 o'clock at night, and then I would pop back up. But my first week or so on probation, I was in the house. I was doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But while I'm in the house, I got a lot of time to think. And so my conscience started getting the best of me. I'm thinking about my homeboy, and I'm thinking about my best friend. And I don't want nothing to happen to my homeboy. You feel me? Because I couldn't look his mama in her face if anything happened to him. And I knew, and it was something that I could have did to prevent it. So against my better judgment, I called my homeboy. And I'm like, hey, where you at? I need to holler at you. Push up on me.
Push up on me.
So we link up. And I don't mention my best friend, but I lace my homeboy up. I'm stressing, listen, that shooting a month ago, it was really for you. You know what you got going on out here, so I ain't really got to say too much. But what I'm asking you is to just be careful and maybe chill for a little bit. Let things calm down. So he go to stressing that he kind of figured that's what it was, but he didn't have no confirmation. And I had just gave him confirmation. So he tell me that he gonna chill. So I'm like, okay, bet. That's the best thing for everybody. So now a couple weeks pass. I still ain't got my cycle. And I'm still trying to make things shake while I'm on probation. So one day, I say, fuck it. I'm gonna take a test.
You should have been today.
No, I took the test, and I guess you know, the little pink lines and all that.
Whatever color
dark
it is.
red, I was so pregnant. So now, I'm shooketh. You feel me?
Shooketh.
This a safe space. Can I be real with y'all? I ain't know who the daddy was.
Of course you didn't. You was double dipping.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Of course you
I
didn't.
didn't know who baby that was. But I'm a real one now. So I had to tell both of them. So I keep it G.
You'll get no points for that.
With both of them. Y'all can only imagine how them conversations went, baby. I was there, pussy hole, dog ass hole, mutt ass bitch.
Of course.
Anything but the child of God.
And you don't give a damn. And you ain't give a damn.
It's always mama's baby, daddy's maybe. So I'm going to handle my responsibility regardless. But you know, whatever y'all want to do, I'm cool with it. So, yes. I was out in the cold by my damn.
That's what your ass get.
So now, I'm pregnant.
That's what you get.
I'm on 3 years probation. Both my niggas done left me. And I'm a person of interest in an attempted murder. Baby, I couldn't make this shit up. Mama was living.
Living wrong.
Part 3. Tune in for part 4.
Eesh. When we gonna get to the other live
Y'all
part?
miss me. Part 3 of Part 4 of when my best friend set me up to be unalive and I was shot 5 times while 18 weeks pregnant. Let's do it. So at this point, life is lifing, baby. I mean, whooping my ass. But hey, I still got to get to the money.
Get to the money.
So one day, I'm in my city, and my best friend called me. His car in the shop getting painted, and he's stressing he just dropped his rental off. Can I come give him a ride to bust a move? So I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way. So I pull up to pick him up. When we pull out the driveway, he get a phone call. So he on the phone. I ain't really paying attention because that ain't none of my business. You feel me? But when he get off the phone, he's stressing, can I stop at the corner store that's up there by his house? So I ain't thinking nothing of it. So I pull up. And when I pull up, he say, hey, jump out the car real quick. My big homie wanna holler at you.
Let me holler.
So this ain't nothing out of the ordinary. Because I told y'all, I got heavy motion. And sometimes his big homie will spend money with me. So I'm like, okay, cool. I pull into the store, grab my purse, jump out the car. His homie is in an SUV parked behind the store. So we go over to the car, and my best friend opened the back door. When he opened the back door, I see his big homie in the front seat, and then I see another nigga in the back seat that's kind of like their enforcer. You feel me?
Okay.
As I'm getting into the car, I see it's somebody in the front seat, but I can't really tell who it is. So I get in the car, and I end up in the whole seat. So I'm in the middle. They
position
on the left of me. My best friend on the right of me. Big homie in the front seat.
Worst position.
Y'all, guess who in the back? Guess who in the passenger seat?
Your best friend.
Y'all, my homeboy is in the passenger seat. The one that I laced up and told him to be careful and just chill is in the passenger seat, y'all. So when I see him, I instantly know something ain't right. You feel me? Like, something ain't right. So I'm like, what's happening? What's going on?
What's happening?
So his big homie turn around and his big homie say, so what this is that you told him that we was trying to unalive him?
You went back and told him.
I'm looking at my best friend like, what the fuck?
Cloud.
So I look over at the enforcer that's sitting on the left of me, and this nigga got the phone on his lap. So I look at my homeboy in the front seat, and I'm scratching, man, what the fuck you talking about? I ain't told you shit. How the fuck I get in this shit? So my homeboy ain't saying nothing. He on mute. But the big homie scratching, yeah, buddy reached out to me and said that you said that we was trying to unalive him. So I instantly caught deuces. Man, I don't know what the fuck he talking about. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And I reached down in my purse and I grabbed my phone. I said, y'all niggas got me fucked up. Let me out this bitch before I unalive everybody in this bitch.
That's what you should have did.
What y'all trying to do to me? So now I'm hot, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Snapping
That's what I would do.
Everybody. I'm stressing, let me out this bitch. I'm low-key scared because I'm feeling like I'm finna have to unalive one of them before they unalive me. And I'm stressing to my best friend, and you a fuck nigga for bringing me up here. Fuck you mean? And my homeboy, he's sitting up there mute, and I call him puss-ass nigga. And I got in my car, and I left my homeboy, my best friend, and both them other fuck niggas right up there at the goddamn store.
They let you out?
So about 10 minutes later, my homeboy go to calling me, my best friend go to calling me. My homeboy calling me, my best friend calling me. I ain't answering the phone for nobody because I'm so motherfucking hot. Because I told you this so you could protect yourself. Not so you could throw me in the line of the fire.
Facts.
Y'all tune in for part 5. So when I leave, I'm hot. I'm scared. I'm confused. Like, I don't know what to do. So the one thing I do know to do is to call my niggas, y'all. So the first thing I do is call my baby daddy. Because he a real street nigga. And he already know the backstory of everything that's going on. Because when I left the police department that day, I kind of laced him up. So I want him around me for protection. But he don't answer the phone. He ain't fucking with me, y'all.
Exactly.
So then I called my ex. He ain't no real street nigga. I taught him everything that he know. You feel me? But he answered the phone. So that's all that matter. So I hit him with, can we talk? I love you. I miss you.
Gaslighting.
I just want us to work this out.
Gaslighting.
So he pulled up on me that night and we talked. And and I put this good what's her name on him, you feel me? And while he in this what's her name, I'm whispering those sweet nothings in his ear. Babe, I love you.
Right, a bunch of nothing.
You know this your baby. I still don't know who baby is, y'all. Come back home. And nigga so easy. Boom. We right back together. You feel me? Y'all, I'm just making bad decision after bad decision at this point. I don't know what the hell I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing shit. So over the next couple of days, me and my ex get locked back in. But I ain't really even tiptoeing through the city at this point. I'm chilling. Because I don't know what the hell going on. Now my homeboy, he done gave up getting in contact with me. But my best friend, he's still calling. He's still texting. We need to talk. He need to explain. Blah, 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 blah. But I ain't really trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? So where I'm from, my family own a restaurant. So my best friend pull up to my family restaurant and holler at my old girl. He telling her that he trying to get in contact with me, but he ain't been able to get me. Can she have me call him? So my mama know I'm outside. So she get worried. So she called me and she like, you okay? Such and such just left here. He say he can't get in contact with you. What's going on? So I'm like, nothing, ma. I just been busy. You know, my mama know I'm outside, but she don't know I'm outside. Cause my people ain't like that, y'all. Okay. Like, I want to make that clear.
My come from a good home.
They not on what I'm on. So now I'm like, damn, let me reach out to this nigga because now he get my mommy and my daddy involved. You know what I'm saying? So I call him. He's stressing, can we meet up? So I go holler at him. And we have it out, y'all. I'm stressing, you a fuck nigga. Why would you do that to me? Like, I would never do you like that. Come on, man. But he's stressing, he didn't know that was finna go down like that. He's stressing, they know how close we is. Do you really think that they would have told me that was finna happen? So this is my best friend, y'all. So after a little bit, I folded. You know what I'm saying? Bad decision after bad decision. So I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't sweating it no more because I know what I did and didn't do, even though I did.
I was about to say, you did.
And we kind of like let sleeping dogs lie. So life kind of getting back to normal. Well, what you would call normal. And one day my homegirl called me and she like, hey, I'm cooking today, friend. Pull up. Everybody know I'm pregnant, so shit, I'm ready to eat. So I pull up and I'm chilling. While I'm there, my best friend called me. And he calls me for a ride. And at the last time, I'm skeptical. So I play him to the left. I'm busy. I'll call you later, see if you done did what you need to do, so forth and so on. Couple hours later, he called back to check the temp. You still busy? Can you give me a ride? I play him to the left again. I'm going to call you when I get done. I'm going to come get you. Blah, 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 blah. So this how he got me, y'all. He called me back about an hour later and he was like, hey, I don't need the ride to go do that no more. But I do got a play I need to go catch. It's a major play.
And she heard money.
Go catch it. I'll bust it down the middle with you.
That's all she heard was money.
Reed got me, y'all.
Told you.
As soon as he went to stress and he was gonna bust that play down the middle with me, I'm stressing. I'm on the way. Give me 5 minutes. It's already getting close to my curfew. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And I'm gonna shoot home, and then I'm gonna pop back out later.
I forgot you was on probation.
There's a major party going on where my ex live. So I grab my stuff and I'm headed to the door. But my cousin is there. So she asked me what I'm finna go do. So I'm stressing. I'm finna go catch a plane. I'm gonna come back out later on the night. So she say, can she ride with me and I'll take her home when I get done? So I'm like, yeah, cool. Come on, let's do it. So I go pick my best friend up. He hop in the back seat. We riding. He don't really say too much while we in the car. But I figure he know or he think that it's still, you know, a little bit of tension. So we ain't really chopping it up like we usually chop it up. He just kind of telling me where I need to go. So when we get where I need to go, I miss my turn. I go down to the store, I turn around, and I come back. When I pull in, it's some trees and like some bushes on the left. It ain't really lit up. We in a trailer park. So all the lights and stuff is kind of down by the trailer and kind of leading up to the trailer. You feel me? So when I pull in and I park. And it's a group of people up by the passenger side of my car. My best friend get out and he go inside the trailer. So while I'm sitting there, it's a girl standing up there, and I hear her say, "Who is that?" So I think she talking about me. So I go to let my window down to tell her, "Don't worry about who the fuck this is."
Oh my God.
I told y'all,
ignorance.
I don't give a fuck.
It's ignorance.
And as I'm letting my window down to tell her, "Don't worry about who the fuck this is," she kind of looked past my car like, and she say, "Who the fuck is that?" So that makes me look that way too.
Dumbass.
So when I look that way, I see somebody walking through the bushes. So at first, I ain't thinking nothing of it. It's a baser area. So I'm thinking that it's a baser walking up through the bushes. But as he gets closer, I see it's the enforcer, y'all. And as he get closer, he ain't got on no mask. But I see him up in the fire like this. So in my mind, I'm like, fuck. Next thing you know, I'm in that bitch panicking, going crazy. We just screaming, me and my cousin. So when the shooting stopped, I'm slumped over my cousin's seat like this. So I'm sitting there and I hear this nigga jiggling my door handle, y'all, jiggling my door handle. So I sit up. And when I sit up, I guess he see me sit up. So he again.
Hit it with the yam.
So I throw that bitch in reverse. I try to run that nigga over getting up out of there. I'm on 2 wheels, y'all. Like, I can't believe that just happened. So I drive down the road a little bit. I pull over. I'm like, "Cuz, you hit?" She say, "Nah, cuz, I'm straight." I'm screaming, "Cuz, I'm hit. I'm finna die." And then, y'all, come back for part 6. So something that I'll never forget, smell of my flesh burning from the bullet holes mixed with the smell of my blood. So I'm overcome by this smell, and I got a cramping pain in my chest, y'all. So I know I'm shot in my chest. So my cousin stressing, "You straight, cuz? Where you hit at?" I was like, "I don't know, cuz, but I'm hit and I can't drive no more." So she said, "Come on, switch seats with me." So we switched seats, and I'm stressing, "Cuz, just get me to the hospital, please. Just don't let me die in the car. Give him a chance to save me. Just don't let me die in this car, cuz, please." So she hit it. Boom, we out of there. So the first thing I do is go to assessing my injuries, because I used to be in nursing school before I caught my first charge. So I already know that I'm shot in my chest, but I got a terrible pain in my left leg. So when I look down, I notice I'm shot twice in my left leg. And one of the bullet holes is maybe a half an inch to an inch
from the
artery. So I go to filling up my leg and stuff like that, and I realize that I'm shot again, like kind of in my hip butt area. So I lean back on my seat, and when I lean back, I get a shooting pain in my back. So I'm shot in my back too, y'all.
She must have been trying to go over like this.
That I'm shot 5 times, y'all. I'm scared. I don't want to die. I'm saying, "Lord, please don't let me die. Please don't let me die. Like, I got a 5-year-old son. I'm pregnant. My family need me. Like, please don't let me go out like this." So I go to talking to myself. "Bitch, get it together. You got to save yourself. Come on, tighten up. Pull it together. You got to save yourself." So the first thing I do is I calm myself. You got to stay calm, bitch. Because the more excited and the more your heart pump, the more your blood is going to pump. And you Swiss cheese right now, mama. So the more this blood pump, the more it's going to pump out of your body. So just relax. So I turned into MacGyver, y'all. I snatched my purse up. I had a strap on my purse.
I was about to say.
I snatched the strap off my purse, and I made a tourniquet. I tied it around my leg as tight as it would go to cut off the circulation in my leg so the blood wouldn't pump.
Smart. She's smart.
In my leg.
She's smart.
So I snatched my shirt off. I go to ripping my shirt in half, y'all. I balled that bitch up as tight as it'll go, and I stuffed it down into the bullet hole that was in my back as far as it would go.
She's smart.
Agonizing pain, y'all. I never felt a pain like this before in my life. I always kept a towel in my car. So I roll the towel up and I put it up under like my butt area to try to stop the bleeding in my hip ass area. So I take what's left of my shirt and I go to wrapping that bitch and balling it up, and I stuffed it down to the hole that was in my chest. And I got all these makeshift bandages, but it just don't seem like the blood is slowing down at all. It's just coming from everywhere, y'all. So at this point, I'm trying to think fast. You know what I'm saying? So I leaned back on my seat hard as I could, and I leaned over I'm on my side like this, trying to put pressure on all of my wounds. So I take my leg and I put it up on my dashboard like this, and now I'm pushing as hard as I can on my dashboard to push my body up against my seat to try to slow down some of the bleeding.
She's smart, man.
I'm crying. My cousin crying. She just screaming, "Hold on, cuz, I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna get you there." When I tell y'all, she drove that bitch like a NASCAR driver, y'all.
Shout out to cuz.
Every red light. She drove on the wrong side of the road. We hopped curbs. Baby, we was like 15 minutes from the hospital, and I swear she got me there in like 7 minutes, y'all.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to cuz.
Now I'm thinking like, damn, I need to call somebody. So I go to looking for my phone. So I find my phone, and I pick up my phone, and the first phone call I make, y'all, is to my mama.
Oh man.
Cause I want to call my mama, and I want to tell my mama that I love her one last time. And I want to tell my son that I love him one last time. And no matter what anybody say about your mama, you go on and you live the best life that you can. Cause I'm going to be watching you, and I'm going to be praying over you for the rest of your life.
Damn.
But y'all,
that's rough.
Didn't answer the phone.
Woo.
I picked it up. I called again. She didn't answer the phone. So now I'm broken because I'm never going to be able to get to say goodbye to these people that mean so much to me.
That's wild.
So then I called my ex. He answered the phone, and I'm stressing. I'm shot. I'm hit. I think I'm finna die. Get to the hospital. Try to call my mama, please. And I hang up the phone because now I gotta worry about saving myself, y'all. I gotta get back into survival mode. So we driving, and I see the lights for the hospital. I'm like, okay, we here. So when we pull up, I open the car door to get out, and when I step out the car door, I instantly go to collapsing. My cousin come and she scooped me up off the ground. I don't know where she got the strength from, but baby scooped me up and carried me inside the people's hospital.
Shout out to cuz.
Somebody help. She been shot. Somebody help. She been shot.
Shout out to cuz.
Nurses rush over. They grab me and they take me in the back. They take me into a room and they go to assessing me. And I go to saying, I'm pregnant. So when I tell them that I'm pregnant, they instantly start working on me and go to assessing the baby. They go to saying they got to make sure the baby is okay first. And I'm screaming to them, save me. If I die,
the baby go, yeah. Well,
1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah, she's only 12 weeks. Yeah.
So now they go assessing me, putting me through different machines, sticking me with IVs and stuff like that. And then they go to cutting off my shoes and stuff. And I'm stressing to the lady, there's new shoes. Cut them off, just cut them off. All the wrong things at the wrong moments, y'all. So I'm screaming, I'm crying, I'm stressing, put me to sleep, it hurts so bad, put me to sleep. So they go to getting me assessed and stuff like that, and they finna roll me through this hallway. And I'll never forget it, it was a black nurse. She said, listen, she kind of shook me up a little bit. She said, pull yourself together. I'm finna roll you through this hallway, and there's some people out there. And your mama, your daddy, and you don't want them to see you like this. So when I heard my mom and my daddy was there, y'all, I can't even explain the feeling that I felt inside of me. Like,
they got that quick.
Thank you God I get to see my people one last time before I leave this earth. So they rolled me through the hallway. My mama, my daddy, my sister Tamaria, and my brother JR was there. And when I seen them, y'all, I just started bawling. All I kept saying was, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. And all of them just kept saying, what you sorry for? What you sorry for? We love you. We love you. I just kept saying, I love you. I love you. I love you. Please take care of my son. Please take care of my son. And at the end of the hallway, when we get to the end of the hallway, there's an officer there. So he says, hey, can you tell us what happened? So I was like, I got shot. So he was like, well, who were you with? So I said, I was with my cousin and I was with my best friend. and they roll me through the hallway. So when we get in the back, they go to putting all the stuff on me, getting ready to put me to sleep. So once I realized that they're going to put me to sleep, now I'm stressing. Please don't put me to sleep. Please don't put me to sleep. I'm not going to wake up. Just do the surgery like this.
You wanted to go to sleep at first, though.
And that same black nurse was right there holding my hand. And she said, it's okay, baby. I'm right here. And I'm going to be right here when you wake up. I'm going to be right here. I promise. And y'all already know what I'm finna say. Tune in for part 7. So I'm on the operating table. Me full of that good shit, y'all. And within seconds, I'm asleep. I'm knocked out. Meanwhile, outside, the hospital on swole, y'all. I'm talking about church on New Year's Eve swole. If you've never been to church on New Year's Eve, first Friday at the club swole. And they got my family in a separate waiting area. But because nobody knows what happened to me, they just know that I was gunned down. You had to have a special code in order to get into this waiting area with my family. So now my family in this waiting area, and they going through it. My sisters and brothers crying, my daddy boo-hoo crying, my mama pacing, she praying, she on her hands and knees, begging the Lord, just spare my baby life and take mine instead.
Oh, man.
So by this time, they get a call, and my best friend has arrived, and they want to know if it's okay for them to give him the code and send him up. Without hesitation, y'all, my mama said, yes, give him the code. Send him up.
Don't even know.
That's my best friend.
Don't even know.
And when he come in the room, my mama instantly hug him. He crying, she crying. She just asking him like, what happened? Did you see anything? Where were you at? Like, she want to know some details, because at this point, nobody knows anything except that I was with him and my cousin. So y'all, this child of God told my people that he didn't know what happened. He didn't see what happened. All he know is that when he went inside the trailer, he heard the shots, and when he came back outside, I was gone. And while he over there talking to my mama, my daddy pulled my little sister to the side, and he tell her,
something ain't right.
He did this to my baby. He know what happened. I don't know why, but in my heart, I know he know what happened, and I know he did it. So I'm in surgery for hours, y'all, and the surgeon come out to give my family their first update. So she tells my family that, you know, right now we doing everything that we can to save her life. The situation is serious and she is critical. We can't make you any promises, and we don't know if we would be able to save her. But if we do save her, we don't think that we would be able to save the baby. And if we save her, we don't know what her quality of life would be. So they let my family know that I'm going to need a health proxy, because over the next couple of days, some important decisions are going to have to be made. And my mama and my daddy, they both stressing that they just can't do it. They couldn't make them type of decisions. So my little sister stepped up and she said, I'll do it. I got her. So the doctor go back into surgery, and my family's still outside waiting. While they waiting, my sister goes around and she kind of tell everybody in my family, listen, daddy think that this nigga had something to do with it. So y'all pay attention to him, okay? And my best friend, he acting kind of weird, because when he off by himself, he cool, he chilling. But anytime anybody say anything to him, this nigga go to Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill, Snot Nose, Crocodile, tear crying. I'm talking about putting on in that bitch for my So the doctor's fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my life. My family praying for my life. And this fuck nigga in here putting on. After a couple hours passed, the doctor come out and she let my family know, hey, we've done everything that we could do for her up until this point. It's really up to her whether she makes it through the night. So I'm out of surgery, but they couldn't close me up because my body wasn't strong enough to finish some of the surgeries that they had to do. So they put me in an isolation room where nobody could come inside because my stomach was still open.
Oh, wow.
They let my family know, hey, you guys can go home for the night. There's nothing else that we can do here. But my mama and daddy stressing we ain't leaving. We staying. But my little sister, she leaves. And when she leaves, she don't go home. She goes straight to the police department. So when she goes to the police department, she lets them know, hey, listen, my sister best friend was involved. You guys need to look into them. And then that's when the police began investigating my best friend. So over the next couple of days, I end up having 2 more surgeries. And when I'm finished with these surgeries, I end up on a ventilator because my lungs had collapsed.
Damn.
Now, every day, they're trying to wean me off this ventilator. But every time they try to take me off the ventilator, I'm not breathing on my own. So after a couple of days, they go to my family and they like, hey, listen, it's about time to make one of those tough decisions that we were talking about. Because we trying to take her off this ventilator and she's not breathing on her own. And she can't stay on this ventilator forever. So maybe it's time for you guys to start making some type of arrangements. And my little sister is like, hell no, we ain't doing that. We gonna give her some time to fight. Her life ain't over yet. So while all this is going on, the police have started their investigation into my friend. So now they have obtained a search warrant for my best friend's home. And when they go to serve the search warrant on my best friend's home, they find all type of shit in his house, y'all. None of it was related to my shooting, but all of it was illegal. So Buddy got booked that day. He was on his way to the county. So now my best friend is booked and everybody's shocked. But my family is still focused on my survival. So it come a time where they like, okay, we need to take her off this ventilator. We've given her some time and you guys need to make a decision. So my mama, my sister, and my daddy sit down and they decide that they're going to take me off the ventilator. And if I make it, I make it. But if I don't, then that's all God's plan. So the day that they take me off the ventilator, it's my mama, my daddy, my sisters, my brother, and my godmama in the room. So they take the tube out my throat, y'all. And when they take the tube out my throat, I go to gasping for air. Like gasping. I'm pulling at the tubes. Like I'm in that bitch acting crazy. So they had to sedate me. So over the next couple of days, I'm heavily sedated, y'all. Because every time I come up out this sedation, I'm acting a fool. But while I'm heavily sedated, I keep asking for like pen and paper. I'm doing like this. And when they give me the pen and paper, I keep scribbling my homeboy name and the enforcer's name the best that I can on these papers. So my sister take these papers and she take them to the police department. And she's stressing, I don't know who this is, the enforcer, but you guys need to start looking into him too. So they start an investigation on the enforcer. So now because of my scribblings, the police are requesting that the hospital come down off the sedation because they need to talk to me. Because y'all, they was pumping me full of that good shit. I was loopy. I don't remember much of that time when I was on the sedation, but I remember bits and pieces. But I was totally out of it, y'all. So when I started to come up out the sedation, I can barely talk because I've had this tube in my throat for like a week or so now. But it's me, my mama, my daddy, and my sister in the room. And one of the first questions I have when I become coherent is, did my baby make it? And they was like, yeah, your baby made it. So I'm crying at this point. I'm crying. I'm thanking God. But y'all, while I'm sitting there, I'm realizing my body feels so weird. Like, what's wrong? I can't feel my legs, y'all. Like, I totally can't feel my left leg at all. But my right leg, it's like tingling, like it's sleep. Y'all, I'm paralyzed in my left leg. I can't feel nothing at all. And I'm going to cut it right there. And y'all got to come back for part 9. Good morning, guys. So I know that a lot of people are invested in this story. And I know some of y'all are going down the rabbit hole things about my life. And I also know that I cannot control what people do or some of the narratives that are going to be put out. But I just wanted to address something about my daughter. If you guys could please stop taking her pictures off of my page and making posts or putting them in comments on other posts. Yes, my daughter did survive my shooting, but my daughter passed away in 2020 in an accident. And that is something that I'm still dealing with. That is something that I'm still processing. That is a trauma that I am not over. And I'm not ready to speak about that yet. And when I am ready to speak about that, that will be a story time. But until then, I would just like to ask that y'all respect my wishes when it comes to my daughter. That's it. That's all. I love y'all and thank y'all for the support. And I know some of y'all mean well, but please don't take any more pictures of my daughter off my page or share her obituary. That's still very traumatizing for me. Peace. Okay, y'all, so I want to explain something that I did not touch on. My cousin had absolutely no idea what had been going on over the last couple of weeks between my best friend, me, and my homeboy. The only thing she knew was that she was going with me to catch a play. She didn't know that it was the best friend's play or anything like that. And when we got to the hospital, the police took her and took her for questioning. So when my family reached the hospital, they did not see her at first. The first person that they saw was my best friend. That's why they had so many questions for him. And when they finished questioning my cousin, she was allowed to go in with my family. And that is when they questioned my best friend. But he told them the same thing he told my family. He went inside the trailer, he heard the shots, and when he came outside, I was gone. So I'm laying there, I'm crying. I just found out that I'm paralyzed. And I'm just boo-hoo crying. And my mama is like, girl, hush, you alive. That's all that matter. I'd rather you be in a chair than me have to come visit you at your gravesite every day. And I'm telling her, like, Ma, I am happy that I'm alive, but I'm paralyzed. Like, what I'm going to do without my legs? Like, how am I going to take care of my children? Like, I live a carefree lifestyle. Like, I can't be confined to a chair. So my parents and my sister, they trying to comfort me, and I'm getting worked up. So I'm like, can I get some water? Can somebody give me some water? Because I ain't had nothing to drink since before I got shot. Or to eat. I'm hungry. So the nurse that's in the room tell me that I can't have anything to eat or drink. So my first mind goes to, okay, I'm NPO. So I'm like, well, what procedure do I have to have now? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's next? So she tells me that I can't have anything to drink or eat because my esophagus was bust during the shooting. One of the bullets bust my esophagus, and I have a feeding tube in my side. So I'm like, a feeding tube? Like, anybody know me know I love food. So now I can't eat either. So like I just start crying even more. So I'm like, what else is wrong with me? Like, just tell me what's going on. So the nurse go to running down all my injuries. I'm paralyzed. I can't eat or drink through my mouth. I got a feeding tube. I lost my spleen. I had damage to my liver. I had half of my stomach taken. And then she says that I lost a portion of my small intestine and my large intestine. So when she tell me that I done lost pieces of my intestines, I instantly go to flipping out. I'm like, so I got a shit bag? Like, I gotta walk around with a shit bag in my purse for the rest of my life? And I don't know why she thought that that was a kiki laugh moment, but baby giggled. And she was like, no, you don't have a colostomy bag. You only lost portions of it. You're still able to function that way normally. Because, baby, I was flipping out. Like, what I supposed to have? My lip gloss, my chapstick, and a sheet bag in my purse for the rest of my life? It's already bad enough that I'm in this chair. So the nurse tell my family that she think it's best that they go home and let me rest for the night. So over that night, y'all, I'm stewing. I have experienced every emotion you can think of. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm depressed. Like, I'm just all over the place. I couldn't sleep. So the next morning, it's maybe about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and I get a knock on the door. I'm thinking that it's the doctors and the nurses and stuff like that coming in to, give me my medicines or flip me or anything like that because I can't move. Y'all, why the black nurse come walking through the door? I seen that lady, y'all, and I was so happy to see that lady. Like, my smile on my face got so big. And she was like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" And my smile turned into tears. I just started boohoo crying. I was like, I'm paralyzed. I can't eat. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just boohoo crying, y'all. And of course, she got me together real quick. She was stressing. "Stop all that crying. What you crying for?" So I was like, "I'm paralyzed. Like, what I'm supposed to do?" So she was like, "Well, do you want to walk again?" And I was like, "Yes, of course I want to walk again." And she was like, "Well, you walk again." And I was like, "But I'm paralyzed." And she was like, "After what you just survived, how could you believe that anything was impossible?" And so I was like, "But the doctor said that I'm paralyzed." And she said, "Baby, that's a doctor. That ain't God." So she was able to calm me down, y'all. And we talked for about 15-20 minutes. And, she explained to me that she had been coming by checking on me before, after her shift. She had her church praying for me. And that she was just so happy that I had survived. So she ended up leaving. And a couple hours later, the police came to see me. So when the police came, it was 2 detectives and a uniformed officer. So they asking me, like, all the questions. Do I know who shot me? What happened? Do I know why they shot me? And, I'm trying to figure out in my mind, like, what all I want to tell these people, because I don't want to incriminate myself. I don't want to go to jail. And I also am thinking about when I get out of this bed and when I get out this chair and when I can walk again, what I'm going to do. But in my mind, I got to think about all the pain that I done caused myself, all the pain that I done caused my family, like where I'm at in life right now because of the choices that I done made over the last couple of months. And I said, fuck it. And I told them everything, y'all. Like, I didn't leave nothing out. So when it come time for me to identify the shooter, they pull out some pictures. So they asked me, do I see the person that shot me? And I see the enforcer right now. So I point him out. Yeah, that guy right now. That's who shot me. So that's when they proceed to tell me that the enforcer had got arrested earlier that afternoon. So after my sister had took these scribblings down to the police department and they began their investigation on the enforcer, they started to piece the puzzle together. And one of the ways they began to piece the puzzle together is they checked all of our phone records and they checked where our phones were pinging. And at the time of my shooting, my phone, the enforcer's phone, and my best friend's phone all pinged off the same tower that was there at that house. They also checked the phone records and they saw calls from my best friend to the enforcer, my best friend to me, my best friend to an unknown number, and from the enforcer to the unknown number. They had these phone records that were kind of painting a picture of who was calling who right before I was shot, right after I shot, and where everybody was when those phone calls were being made. And the way they ended up arresting the enforcer is that my best friend was in jail. The enforcer had made a visitation for my best friend. So when he got to the visitation to see him, they arrested him at visitation. They also explained to me that they felt like some more people were involved because of the unknown number that they had on the phone records. Right. So they were going to leave this uniformed police officer there with me just in case anything happened. They also placed a uniformed police officer at my family's home and at my family's restaurant just in case, until they had everybody in custody that was involved with the shooting. So later on that night, my sister came to see me. So I asked her, can I use her phone? Because I want to call my ex. Because I want to know, like, why he ain't been out there to see me. Like, you know, I want to talk to him. Like, this my nigga at the time. So she tell me that no, I can't use her phone to call him. She banned him from the hospital. That's why he ain't been up there. So I'm confused. Like, why would you ban my nigga from the hospital? Like, what's going on? So that's when she tell me that since I've been shot, my ex has been in the club, hanging out, partying like I wasn't in here fighting for my life. She also tells me that after I got shot, he came to my family and told them that they needed to give him my money and all my work because I would want him to have it. But my little sister ain't no fool. She ain't going for that. And after I had got shot, she had already went to my house and cleared out everything. She left the police department. So a couple days and the police come back and pay me a visit again. They want to talk to me about the unknown number that's on the call log. So they have pretty much established that the unknown number belongs to the big homie. I figured that. He was sitting in the front seat the day that they put me in the whole seat.
Yeah, I figured that.
My homeboy was in the car. But when they go and talk to my best friend and the enforcer, neither one of them will tell them that that is who the number belongs to. And when they did the research with the number was nowhere near the trailer at the time of my shooting. So because all of this, they cannot connect him to my shooting and they cannot make an arrest. So he just roaming around free, y'all. So they just want to make me aware that they're doing everything that they can to connect this other person to my shooting. But until they get some more evidence, they won't be able to make an arrest. So after talking with the detectives over the next couple of days, I end up having an ultrasound. And that's when I find out that I'm having a girl. So when one of my homegirls come to see me, I ask her, can I use her phone? So I reach out to my ex because I done told him that this is his baby. So I reach out to him to tell him that I'm having a girl. But we end up getting into a big argument, y'all, about all the things that he had been doing while I was in the hospital. So when my little sister and my parents find out that I done reached out to my ex and we done got into such a big argument, they stop everybody from coming to see me. Because at this point, they don't trust anybody.
Right.
So the doctors end up coming to me and they're like, hey, we have a new drug that's on the market, gabapentin. And we would give you this drug because we feel like it would help you with the paralysis in your legs.
I know somebody that takes it.
Hell yeah, give me anything. I don't care what it is. Give me anything as long as I can walk again, y'all. So I start on the medication, and after maybe like a week or so, I start getting the feeling back in my right leg. It don't feel as sleep anymore. But my left leg is still dead, y'all. I can't really feel anything. So around Thanksgiving time, the hospital that I was in originally felt like I was well enough to go home. So I end up going home maybe about 3 days after Thanksgiving. And I wasn't home 24 hours, y'all, before I ended up collapsing and I had to be rushed back. But I end up at Tampa General Hospital in Tampa now. So now I'm back in the hospital. And I ended up being in the hospital for 4 months, from October to February. And while I was in the hospital, because I was on so many different medications, I ended up getting C. diff.
Oh, what's that?
With C. diff, it affects your bowels. You can't really use the bathroom. I felt like I was constipated all the time and I couldn't get nothing out. So one day, they end up giving me a laxative. So a little while after they gave me this laxative, I started getting real bad cramps and pain in my stomach. So I keep calling the nurse, telling the nurse, hey, I think I'm in labor. And she keep telling me, you not in labor. That's just the laxative working. You got a lot of buildup. And when it passed through you, it's going to hurt. So I'm laying there and I'm in pain for hours. Like I'm going through it, y'all. I can't get up out this bed and I'm in so much pain. So later on that night, my sister come to see me. And I'm telling her like, hey, I feel like I'm in labor. I done called the nurse in here 3, 4, 5 times and she not listening to me. And when I told my sister that, y'all, she showed her natural ass.
As she should.
When I tell you she
As she
cussed the
should.
nurse out so good, baby, she cussed her and called her everything but the child of God. So that made them bring a labor and delivery nurse in, and they checked me, and y'all, I had been in labor for hours.
Damn.
I was already dilated. So now they go to panicking. They go to calling labor delivery, getting doctors on the line. Somebody got to come down here and get me and check me because I am about 4 months early from giving birth. And when they get me in the back and they check me, the umbilical cord is wrapped around my daughter's throat.
Man.
And she's not getting any oxygen. So now they have to rush me into emergency surgery. And because I had been cut up and down for my injuries, I could not have a traditional C-section. I had to be cut straight up and down in order for them to get the baby out of me. So they end up doing the surgery and taking my baby out. But when they went in to do the surgery and take her out, they saw that more of my large intestine was damaged. So they had to remove more of my large intestine. I had to have a surgery. So I ended up in recovery after I had my baby, and I could not see her. So it was maybe about a week or so before I got to see my baby. So they put me in the wheelchair and they rolled me down to see her. And when they rolled me in the room, y'all, I'm overcome with so much emotion because my baby was so small, like she could fit in the palm of my hand. So while I'm looking at her, you know, I'm checking her out. I'm like, okay, she got 10 toes. And when I get to her hands, my baby got 12 fingers, y'all. She got an extra digit on each hand. What? When I seen the extra digit, y'all, I knew who baby that was. Because my son was born with 12 fingers. And my baby daddy was born with 12 fingers. So y'all, the baby ended up being my baby daddy's baby. So after I had my baby, they were able to start me on certain medications that I could not take while I was pregnant. And because I was taking these medications, I could not breastfeed my baby. And we are a breastfeeding family. But y'all, my little sister saved the day again. While I was in the hospital and all this was going on, my little sister was pregnant too, y'all.
Don't tell me she was a wet nurse.
Her baby. So she started pumping extra milk and she breastfed my baby. So now maybe about 2 weeks go by. My sister, she pumping every day, sending her milk to the hospital. I'm rolling down there every day seeing my baby. My mama and daddy coming to the hospital every day to see me. And on February 17th, y'all, they finally released me from the hospital. So I was in the hospital from October 30th to February 17th.
Damn.
My baby ended up having to stay in the NICU for about 3 months after I had her.
I know about the NICU
when I
too.
first get home, y'all,
unfortunately,
I'm so happy. Like things, you know, they finally making a turn for the better. My baby's doing good. I'm doing good. But all that was short-lived, y'all. Maybe a week or so after I get home from the hospital, my family sit me down and they explained to me that while I was in the hospital, my mother has found out that she has cancer.
Damn.
So over the course of the next year, my daughter has been released from the hospital and my mama fighting her cancer. So I'm rehabbing like crazy, y'all. I gotta get out of this chair. So now I'm up and I'm walking and I'm moving around. And my mama, she's so weak and fragile from fighting this cancer that she can't work. So our family business is struggling. So in my mind, the only thing I know to do is get back outside with the movers and the shakers, y'all. Because I got to provide. So
right back into it.
Homeboys, and I let them know, hey, I got to get back on. Tie me up. So he give me what I need, and I'm back outside with it, y'all. But word get around that I'm back outside.
In the same time.
Remember,
not smart, sweetheart.
Made an arrest on Big Homie. So now he outside and I'm outside. So stay tuned for part 10. So now I'm back outside and I'm getting to the... While I'm outside, we are awaiting the trial. So I got to be very careful not to catch no charges or to do nothing crazy because the defense going to use that against me. And y'all, these niggas got bold, y'all. They started sending people at me to keep me from testifying. And it was never the big homie or the enforcer themselves. It was always people that I knew, y'all. First, it started with phone calls. Like, I got a phone call from one of my homeboys that was in jail one day, and he's stressing, I need to holler at you. So I'm like, yeah, what's up? What's going on? So he's stressing, hey, I'm in here with the enforcer, and he just wants you to know that he not the one that shot you.
What?
So my first
like she ain't see him.
Is, why the fuck is you calling me with this? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I saw who shot me. How you gonna tell me that this man didn't shoot me when I saw who shot me? So another time, I'm in the hood playing cards one day, and one of my plays pull up on me. And when he pull up on me, I go get in the car to handle some business. So when I get in the car, he go to stressing, listen, I ain't trying to be in the middle of nothing, but the enforcer wanted me to let you know that he ain't the one that shot you. So now I'm getting blowed. Like, what the fuck going on? So when the phone calls and the running down on me,
you should have stopped.
They started shooting money at me, y'all. A couple of his relatives reached out to me, and the first time they offered me $5,000. Then they offered me $10,000. Then they offered me $15,000 for me not to testify. So one day I'm going to get some work. So I go to my plug house. I pull up, I get out, and I go in through the garage. And when I go through the garage, he let the garage down on me, and we chopping it up as usual. And the next thing I know, the door open. And when I look up, the enforcer's nephew is through the door.
Crazy.
So I'm looking like, what the fuck? I instantly go to reaching down in my purse.
I just start banging out.
Everybody know I keep that thing on me. So the first thing he go to stressing is, Red, I ain't here to do nothing to you. Me and you all right. Because me and him have always been all right. So I'm like, well, what the fuck you doing here then? What's up? Like, what is this? So he want to know what it's going to take, how much it's going to cost for me not to get on the stand. So now I'm looking at this nigga stupid. I'm looking at both of them stupid. Because what the fuck? Like I told him, why the fuck would I not get on the stand? Y'all don't seem to understand that I saw who shot me. I know who shot me. My child is disabled because he shot me. He almost took my life. There is no amount of money in the world that is going to keep me from getting on that stand.
On his head.
So when I leave that day, I'm blown. I'm telling myself, you got to slow down a little bit. You got to take a step back. So I go to my baby daddy, because I done already let him know that this is his baby. And I'm stressing, listen, I got to chill. These niggas keep shooting at me. They keep sending people towards me. I got to lay low. So I need your help. I can't hustle like I've been hustling. So my baby daddy helping me out, and things is all cool at first. But one day, me and him get into an argument. I can't even remember what the argument about, y'all. It was so small, but it turned into something so big. And y'all, this nigga fucked around and said, if you keep talking, I'm gonna tell them niggas where the fuck you stay at. Oh fuck, nigga, I can't trust you neither. So y'all, now I'm blowed. My head is spinning. I don't know who to trust, you know what I'm saying? But all I know is my mama is getting sicker. She's losing her battle with cancer. And I gotta get me some money. So me and these bad decisions, y'all. So I know I can't really get money in my hood like I normally be getting money. And I can't trust my baby daddy no more. So I gotta get back outside. And that caused me to go to getting money in places that I ain't got no business getting money in.
Damn, shorty.
I fucked around and caught a charge. I went to jail. So while I'm in jail, the state attorney come to see me. And she hot. She giving it to my ass, y'all. She stressing, don't you know they gonna use all this against you? So she telling me when I get out of jail that I gotta chill. I can't get back in no more trouble. I gotta stay out the streets. But I really ain't trying to hear none of that, y'all. My baby disabled. My mama dying. I can barely walk. I can barely eat. I can't trust nobody around me. And I'm going broke. Like, what do you want me to do? So when I got out of jail, y'all, I went right back to my block. I'm in crash out mode now. Ain't nobody telling me what I can do. Ain't nobody finna run me off my block.
Ain't thinking at all.
I'm in the city with it.
Ain't
every
thinking.
fucking day.
Damn.
So one day, I'm riding through the city. And I keep checking my rear view. And I feel like this car following me. So I hit a couple turns. The car hit a couple turns too. I hit a couple more turns. Car hit a couple more turns too. So I'm like, damn, is this car following me? So I hit it. Boom. I'm sliding. I look back and the car's still behind me. So I head straight to my cousin's house. I jump out the car. I go around the front of the car and I get on the side of the car. And I kind of lean down a little bit. And when the car come passing by, I stand up and I look inside the car. And it's the big homie in the fucking car. This nigga following me. So maybe like 2-3 weeks go by. I'm like real cautious now. I'm in my rear view every day. Like I'm
What are your cousin husbands in the start?
What's going on around me? And my homegirl hit me up one day and she like, hey, can you give me a ride to the jail? I need to go see my baby daddy. So I'm like, yeah, cool, I got you. So while we on our way to the jail to see her baby daddy, something inside me say, go see that fuck nigga. So I made a visitation to go see my best friend. And I go in and I sit down and it's a virtual visitation, like on a computer screen. So I'm sitting there like 5-10 minutes. Like he took forever to come to the screen. I know he was kind of like surprised or maybe shook. Like, damn, what the fuck she doing here? So when he finally come in and he sit down, the first thing I say to him is, you got something you want to say to me? And the first thing that nigga say is, I'm sorry. So I'm stressing, what the fuck you mean you sorry? Like, I could have died. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? How could you let something like that happen to me? So he on some, I didn't know it was finna happen. The same thing he was stressing about me being in the backseat of that car. I didn't know it was finna happen. I didn't know till after the fact. I would never do anything like that to you.
You okay?
So this time,
You okay?
I'm on the bullshit. Fuck nigga, you a liar. You a bitch ass nigga. I'm spazzing. Like, I'm going off. Like, I'm so angry, y'all. I just let every bit of emotion that I had been feeling since I got shot, I just laid it all out right there in front of him. Like, I went the fuck off. So I leave visitation. I feel a little better. But shit still fucked up for me, y'all. And a couple weeks later, I'm through the city and I pull over at the racetrack. And when I pull over at the racetrack, I'm pumping my gas. And while I'm pumping my gas, I look towards the door of the racetrack. And it's the same car that had been following me a couple weeks before. So while I'm looking, the big homie get out of his car.
Oh, he actually get out.
And he get out of the car and he walk to the back of his car and he go to leaning on the car like this. So I go to leaning on my car like this. So he looking at me, I'm looking at him. And I'm like, what's up? What we gonna do? And y'all, this nigga laughed, got in his car, and drove off.
Like, what kind of intimidation shit was that?
I said, something gotta give. I gotta make a change. I got too much at stake here, and shit is getting ugly. So I left the streets, I got a job, and I enrolled in school. And now I'm out the way. So now I'm out the way, I'm doing good, I'm sticking to the script. And then the next thing I know, my world come crashing down, y'all. I'm on my way to school, and I get a phone call, and my mama done died.
Oh.
And y'all gotta come back for part 11.
Man, this was definitely one of those rough ones. She's a great storyteller, that's for damn sure. And I appreciate her for being so honest and being so open and also taking accountability for a lot of the things that she did as well. And she knew that she was moving reckless in a lot of those situations. And, at the end, of course, she got her life together. But to know that your baby's father was out there, just doing whatever he was doing at the time or whatever the case may be, I kind of get it because, he kind of, he probably like on some revenge type stuff because she put him through whatever. And then she was kind of playing with him, too. So I get that in that senses that he didn't even want to come up to the hospital and all that. Trust me, it may seem bad, but it makes sense. It's unfortunate that the baby came out the way that the baby came, and then she lost the baby on top of that. Years later, just to know that that was her miracle baby. I want to say that the baby name was Miracle, if I'm not mistaken, from what I saw. But you know, the paralyzed stuff, everything. I don't know if she's still paralyzed now or she's partially paralyzed. From what I saw, she's not in a wheelchair now, so I'm sure she got some of her motor functions back and all of that. She might not be 100%, but she definitely is getting around. And as you can see right now, she's showing her feet and everything. So she got something where she could go around and she has more mobility. Gabapentin, I've heard of that medicine before. I know somebody that takes that. I know somebody that's partially paralyzed, and they had to go through that whole process of, you know, everything's tingling all the time and all that stuff like that. And you know, I don't know. I don't want to know what's that's like. But the nerve endings and all of those different things, neuropathy, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called, neuropathy. Problems or pain or whatever case may be. The big homie clown, him pulling up, just standing there doing all of that. That was just foolishness. The enforced. He did what he was his job, and he did his job trying to convince her. And I agree with her. Ain't no amount of money that's going to have me to not either want to hurt you. I probably wouldn't have took the stand. You know, and then that's another thing. Being that she's in the streets, I don't think she should have took the stand. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe because she's a woman, so I kind of give her grace on that. But I kind of think that she shouldn't have took the stand and, you know, try to handle it the street way. But I'm glad that she didn't, because she's able to still be here and prosper and all of that, because she was already making bad decisions anyway. So maybe my suggestion is definitely not the proper suggestion, but just the aggression in me and knowing that I'm a revengeful motherfucker. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm very revengeful. You do something to me, I'm planning on doing something to you. That just is what it is. Even if it take me 10 years, I'm gonna make you suffer. I'm gonna make you bleed. I'm gonna make whatever the case may be. I'm gonna make you suffer or people around you suffer. You know. So I mean, shout out to her for getting through all of this. You know, at the end, she lost her mom. Hopefully, she posts some stuff about, you know, what crashed out. But this was a long one, y'all. I was not expecting it to be this long. I started watching the first one. I was just like, oh, let me react to this. And an hour later, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everybody like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit the notification bell. This was one of the ones that she knows her wrongs, and she fixed her wrongs, and now she doing good. You already know. It's your boy.